I don't even know how to start this video off. BeautyBay has me in a chokehold. Let's just start this video off by saying a few things. I started off purchasing a small little box about a month ago. Purchased a few bits, felt very happy with myself, didn't spend too much money, got it all on a sale, and then BeautyBay had a big spring sale bonanza. BeautyBay always have sales, but they had a big spring sale bonanza, and then I lost absolute all control and power of my body, and we absolutely cloned it. Paying in 3, not sponsored, definitely going to regret my choices. 2 months of paying that. This is going to be a long one, you guys, and I'm going to try and make it as quick as I possibly can and as informative as I possibly can. I will try and do as many swatches as I can. I'll try and do as many as I can, and I'll pop them up in the corner so you can see. And then, of course, like always, if you want to see anything in particular on my face, you want to see me try it out, you want to hear my feedback on it, you're on a video, you just want to hear my feedback, write it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can, or I'll save it for a video if that's what you want to see. Let's get into it. So we started off with a little baby one. I predominantly wanted 2 things, brush soap and brush cleaner, both of which I've used. I can give you a little mini review. This is the ISO Clean and Rebecca Ellen. I don't know who she is, apologies, I don't know who she is. But she made a really nice collaboration with ISO Clean and their spray. This is bloody amazing. This is so amazing. Spoilers, I bought more. This is so good. It smells really nice. It has got like alcohol in it, so obviously there is quite a strong scent in like looming with it, but it's a really lovely girly body sprayish sort of scent. And essentially I've just been spraying this into a bit of kitchen towel with the brush in front of it and then just swirling the brush on the kitchen towel, and this cleans the brush really well, removes any pigment. I've been more using it with my eye brushes rather than my face brushes. I'd rather just wash my face brushes intensely, but if you were in a pinch, you could absolutely use it on your face brushes. But I've been using it on my eyeshadow brushes in between different colours, especially stronger pigments, or if I really want to change the brush that I'm using entirely, like going from a brown to a blue, I'd rather use something like this than just using my Sigma switch, just to remove any pigment from it. This is really, really good. Honestly, ISO Clean do a really, really good brush spray cleaner. I also wanted to pick up some brush soap, which I have actually used. I washed 147 makeup brushes the other day. Let me tell you, I was standing by my sink for 4 hours. For 4 hours. It was a lot. It was an absolute chore. So this comes in a little tub. It also comes with like a little silicone situation if you care for that. I did actually use it a few times, but to be honest with you, I just resort to my hand by the end of it. This is like a charcoal soap. It smells really nice. I don't know what the smell actually is. It smells quite citrusy. It has got fruit oil, citrus and bergamot fruit extract, so it does smell really, really lovely. And it's got like shea butter and charcoal in, and essentially I was just rubbing my brush, like you can see I was using it. It did say ISO Clean. You can kind of see actually where it used to say ISO Clean, the square here. And I was just rubbing it in, using it, and it worked really, really well, foamed up really nicely, cleaned my brushes nicely, didn't leave a waxy film or anything like that. So yeah, really happy with this. So far I can say I absolutely recommend both these ISO Clean products. I've had a really good success with them so far. I then also picked up 4 packets of press-on nails. I've already got 1 on at the moment, and I did have another style on called Hayley on in, I've worn it in a couple of videos. They were like a nudie silky pair. I'll see if I can put a picture here from BeautyBay. They were really, really pretty. I've currently got the shade or colour name Confetti, which are really, really pretty. I thought those were really like Eastery and cutesy and springy, so really, really happy with these. I've also got the shades, what are they called, like shades, I guess. Honey Bun, which are these really cute, like shifting nude silver sparkles. I don't know if you can see where the light's catching. They're really, really pretty. And then I've also got Caviar, which are just black tips. So similar to what I've got on now with the pastel tips, these are black tips. These lasted a good 2 weeks. A good 2 weeks. And to be honest with you, I just kept the little glue and the nail file. Like I kept it all, you can see, I've kept it all in here. And then when one popped off, I'd just hold on to it, and then I'd just soak the back with a cotton swab with some nail polish remover, get off any excess glue that I could with the little like sticky cuticle pusher thing, and then I'd just reapply it. Honestly, I wore the Hayley nails for possibly 3 2.5 weeks. And I got these reduced, and honestly it was like half the price of what I paid to go to a salon, which I don't have the patience for. They also took like 5 minutes to apply. They were so easy to apply. I found my nail shape really easy in terms of my size. The confetti ones were a little bit more difficult. These ones I got on my nails now, because they're different colours, I did have to kind of ram my thumb and my little pinky on just so they were all different colours. But the Hailey design, where it was just all one colour, similar to these two, because it's all one colour, it'll be far easier to find my nail shape and it'll be more comfortable, and they'll probably stay on for much longer. I already did have one nail pop off on me already, and that was only 6 days in. But I think that's because they weren't quite the shape that I should have put on my fingers. But of course I wanted the different colours, which is, it's a sacrifice, okay? It's a sacrifice. But with these ones, they'll probably stay on for the exact same time as the Hailey ones did, 2 to 3 weeks. Really happy with them. I use my hands for absolutely everything, so the fact that they stayed on for that long was really impressive to me. They're a really lovely length. I just love them. I love them, and I'm absolutely going to be purchasing from Glamnetic Nails again, for sure. I also picked up a few bits from the by BeautyBay brand. I picked up their like glow filter tint thing. This was £3. I can't open this, hang on. It was something ridiculous, like 70% off, something like that. It was like £3-4, so dirt cheap. I've got mine in the shade BB01. It says, wear alone for glowing skin or under makeup as a dewy base. This is a little bit like, you know, the Charlotte Tilbury glow filter, like the glow filter on the wand. I feel like that started this massive trend of like this semi skin tint, kind of like highlightery thing, filter to the face. Like I said, I got mine in BB 101, did I say? Yeah, 101. Let's just see what it's like on the back of my hand. So it has a little pump, sorry, just to show you there. Oh, nice. So that's just sunk into my skin, really lovely. I think that's definitely my shade. The thing is with skin tints and glow filters and things like that, you can definitely get a shade dark or shade lighter and it'll kind of merge with your skin anyway, because it's not full coverage, it's kind of that dewy, translucent feel. I feel like this mixed in with the foundation would be really lovely, especially with just concealer. You can still see all the skin underneath my hand. It's underneath my hand, underneath the product. It's not, you know, erasing anything, but it's just adding a really lovely dewy filter. Again, I think this would be really lovely with some concealer under the eyes, spot concealing a little bit, and not having too much product on, but just maybe mixing this with a tiny bit of foundation or a skin tint to kind of give an overall glow. But for £3 or £4, I really wanted to try this. I also picked up one of their brow pencils. This is the Micro Sketch Eyebrow Pencil. I got mine in the shade, what shade did I get it in? Buff. So on one end you've got a typical spoolie, and then on the other end you've got a wind up skinny pencil like that. And I've just lightly drawn a few strokes on there for you to see, but that is the shade Buff. And that's gonna be a really good shade match for my brows. I like to go typically a shade lighter on my brows. Even though if I went like this shade, my root colour, I feel like sometimes it just looks quite dark and heavy, unless when I'm tan. That's the only time I like to go dark with my brows, but I'm not used to it. I like to go for like a very taupey, buff, dark, blonde, light brown situation for my brows. So this will be lovely. Again, this was like £3. If this is good, if this is like a really good eyebrow pencil, this could be one of my drugstore or lower end eyebrow pencils that I go to all the time. I typically use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I love the Colourpop Dope Taupe Brow Pencil, but it's just not as accessible for me in the UK. To pay the shipping for a brow pencil doesn't feel worth it. I always add one to my order, but if I can get one in the UK, BeautyBay shipping, I always order from BeautyBay. So if I like this, then this could be something that I repeat purchase all the time. I picked up this, which went in and out of my basket so many times, but I feel like this would be a really good travel palette. I really wanted the Urban Decay Moondust Star palette, but I think that was only in America in Ulta, of which I don't have access to either. So I settled for second best. This is the Moondust palette. I'll be honest, if you look up Moondust eyeshadow quad, this might come up, or the clear one might come up, which I think was released in America, which was 4 Moondust eyeshadows. This is 2 Moondust eyeshadows and 2 mattes, but it's technically called the Space Cowboy Eyeshadow Quad Palette. And it looks like this, really pretty packaging, really pretty. I feel like Urban Decay are coming back a little bit. I'm scared to say that, but I feel like they're coming back into their own. Urban Decay for me was the brand that made me fall in love with makeup the most. Like the artistry, the edginess, the coolness, like everything they did was so cool. So to kind of see them coming back into this really edgy, cool style I really appreciate. So inside I've got 4 eyeshadows. I'll swatch them off on the camera for you, like as B-roll, because otherwise I'm going to have a drenched hand in sparkles. But you've got 4 shades here. You've got Space Cowboy Rides Again, For Keeps, Heart Thief, and Midnight Text. So you obviously got the Space Cowboy shade, which everyone loves. Let me bring it up a little bit closer. This one here, everyone loves this one. And then you kind of got this like pink shift, and then these 2 lovely mattes to go with it. I feel like this would be a perfect travel palette, honestly, for like a 1 or 2 nighter. I'm actually going away for a few days with my cousin, and I feel like this might be the palette I bring. I'm not sure. I might make my own magnetic one, but this I feel would be a really good one, because you could put this with the crease, this in the outer corner, and then one of these on the lid, or both. It wasn't quite needed, but I really wanted it. I just thought it was so pretty. I never buy quads. I never buy tiny little eyeshadow palettes like this, but this was an exception. I picked up this Nabla Beyond Jelly Sheer Supple Lipstick. I don't know why, but Beyond Jelly just sounds a little bit suspect to me. I don't know why, but I got mine in the shade Sublime. Never tried Nabla's lipsticks. Oh my God, these huge. These are monstrous. For reference, the Merit Beauty and the Natasha Denona Beauty like lipstick, this is a typical lipstick barrel, whereas this one is, look how much taller it is. I don't know if you care, but I just find that quite interesting. I've got to say the packaging is absolutely divine. Like, it is so beautiful. I just wanted to pick up the one. Oh my God, look at that. Does that not look so springy and cushiony? Hopefully my camera is focusing. I don't think it is, but look at that. Let's give it a little swatch on the back of my hand. Oh, hello. It's like a thick, glossy lipstick. That's a really pretty shade. I love shades like that, especially for spring. It's kind of some, do you know what? Should I put on a little bit now? I've got a liquid lipstick on at the moment. It kind of matches. It tastes vanilla-y. It's quite thick. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, but it feels quite like, I don't know how to describe it, like thick, but not in an uncomfortable way, just thick. This has added a really nice hydrating shine to my lips without it looking glossy and glassy. It's just very hydrating looking. I like it. I like it a lot. Will I be picking up all the shades? Probably not. But if I saw more shades on offer again, maybe I'd pick them up, but I just want to see if I even use this a lot. But yeah, really, really pretty packaging. Something that you would feel really classy pulling out of your handbag, and a really lovely neutral colour that I mean, I wear these sort of lip colours all the time. I bloody love a nude. So, very happy with that. Very happy indeed. I hope it's okay, but whatever I swatch whilst I'm filming, I'm not going to do B-roll swatches, just because it does get a little bit intense when I've got a lot to swatch sometimes, and it just prolongs me pushing out a video because I've got to do loads of B-roll and add it all in. I know, first world problems, but it is quite a lengthy process. I picked up something from Nude Sticks that I hadn't seen before, and I was really, really intrigued by this. It's the Nude Sticks Stacks. I've got mine in Picante Nude. I think Picante was originally, I've got Picante as the balm, which I think was it Alana Davidson? It was Alana Davidson, I was right. Alana Davidson here on YouTube. She created the shade Picante with Nude Sticks, and it's a beautiful reddy orange blush. Absolutely stunning. So when I saw Picante Nude as a stack, I believe, oh yeah, look. So it's like a magnetic stack. They all stack together, a bit like, do you remember the Melt, was it Melt? Yeah, Melt stacks, they all went together. But these are plastic, and you get a little mirror on this side. And then here it is. I think it's like a blush balm kind of powder situation. It says this box is 100% biodegradable. Interesting. Not sure how that is, because it feels very much like plastic. It says that it's a cream blush, but I'm pretty sure that these dry down to like a powder finish. But yeah, this is the Nude Sticks Stacks All Over Colour Blush Balm. Cream blush in Picante Nude. So this is the shade. Looks absolutely stunning. Let's just give it a little, ooh, a little live swatch now. Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. As I swatch it, it feels like it's transforming on as a powder onto my skin. Oh wow, that's way more orangey than the original. Let me go get the original. This is the original Picante. I absolutely bloody love this blush. Always open the brush end first by accident. So you can see it's much more of an orangey tomato red, and this one is far more creamy. And as I blend it out, you'll be able to see it's more sheeny as well. But can you see this one's way more orange? It's pulling more orange on the camera, I can see that for sure. But it's like a tomato orange, whereas this is more powdery, more matte. Really, really pretty. You can definitely see they're in the same family, like especially when I bring them back, they definitely look in the same family. When I bring it up closer, you can see the discrepancy in colour. This one is far brighter and this one is just toned down slightly, and you can see, like, as I rotate my hand, this one's shiny, this one's matte. Interesting. I'm very intrigued to see what this is like on my face. Very intrigued. I love that it comes with a little mirror. If I like this, I might pick up more of these because I like the concept. I like how thin it is. Brilliant for travel, especially if you're going hand luggage only. I'm pretty sure this would pass as a non-liquid, so we love that. And then the last thing in this little purchase was another Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet. I got this shade Softy, which I believe, do I have it here? Yes, I do. I've already got one of these. I picked up the shade Peach Amber, which is like quite a deep peach, but mixed with a lot of brown in it. It does look like this on the lips. It's a really, really beautiful colour. But I wanted something a little bit less deep in your face. I'm hoping this one, I've not opened it yet, I'm hoping this one's a little bit more, ooh, it's definitely a cool toned pink, but at least they're very different from one another. This one's darker, this one's definitely lighter. You could even do a whole ombre effect with both of them. This one the outer corner, this one, not outer corner, outer edge, and this one on the inside. Let's have a look at these. I don't know if I ordered more of these. Maybe, hang on, before I swatch it, let me do a quick check. I don't know if I ordered one more, I can't remember. But that was the inside of that box. Okay, it looks like I only ordered the one, which is good, because I think I had quite a few in my basket. I might have put a load of them in my loves list, because I was like, you do not need this many. Receipts to buy this many. So this is the shade Softy. Oh yeah, that's a me shade all over. Oh, I love it. I mean, look at me, look at me. This is not okay. I've basically got the same lip shade 1,000 times in 1,000 different formulas across my collection. It's not cute. Let's just swatch Peach Amber. So this is Peach Amber and this is Softy. I'm really glad that they're really, really different, and this is much warmer, much more cool tone / neutral. So very, very happy with that. I really like this formula. It's a really nice liquid lip velvet formula. Not drying on the lips at all, really smoothing, really cloudy, and lovely. So very happy with those. Okay, let's move on to a big box that I've got in front of me. I picked up two things in this box that I've just kind of just shoved in there that I actually picked up February time, and it was just two eyeshadow palettes that were basically from the fallout of Christmas, of 2024 Christmas. And it was only two things, and I thought I'm not gonna do a haul on it because it was literally two palettes and I couldn't really fit it in my filming schedule anyway. So I thought, well, I'll just shove them in a BeautyBay haul when the time comes. And baby, the time has come. She's ordered the whole of bloody BeautyBay. I picked up this. Do you see why I had to Klarna a few things now? Yeah. I think I've got 15 or 20% off of this, which is why I was like, buy. This was on my wish list. Do you love how I haven't done my wish list since I started it? And I was like, I'm gonna do my makeup wish list every month. Yeah, this is the Lightworks Volume 6 palette, and this is the first one that I've ever picked up. I haven't even opened the damn thing, so I cannot wait to get inside of this. I wanted to do this with you on camera, she says. This one was just the one that appealed to me the most, and honestly, like, I just looked at it and kept pining over it, and I just wanted it so bad. So Mama got it, okay? She got it. What is that? Oh, it comes with a cute, like, magnetic case. Cool. I feel like I'm playing pass the parcel with this. Just more and more packaging. I mean, at least they package it well. It is gosh darn expensive. Basically remortgage the house, this bloomin' eyeshadow palette. We just won't talk about the price too much. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I'm gonna end up going through 2 memory cards because I want to spend too long just gawping at this makeup. Oh my goodness. Right, okay, so the whole thing is magnetic. Let me just take this off. Look at this. So this goes on like a magnet like this, so you can carry the whole palette. And then I'm sure you've seen, you can then also stack all of the little 6 pans in together. Should we try it just to show you? Oh my god, this is where I drop one, absolutely cry my eyes out. So they all pop out like this. This is the little pink one, and then you just Put that on top. And then you've got the little blue one that can go underneath. And you've got the little orange, yellowy, green one. And it just pops together like this tiny little thing, which I guess is what the pouch is for. Where did I put that? That is really sleek. That is actually really, really sleek. I feel very happy that I've got this. I feel like sometimes as a makeup collector, I really just want to have the pieces in time for me to remember, like, oh my God, remember when this was released. And I know you don't have to own something to remember something, but I feel very happy about this one. I haven't purchased any of her Lightworks palettes in the past because they are an absolute expense. But I just feel like this one I was gonna get absolute use out of. I will do swatches for you as B-roll. I'm sure you can see them. I'm not gonna swatch it right now because I wanna get covered in glitter. But, you know, YOLO. I don't have children, but I do have eyeshadow. Sorry, mum. I also picked up their Christmas collection. I said 2 things, I lied, it was actually 3. So BeautyBay for Christmas 2024 came out with the Celestial Charms palette, and then they also released a Celestial, or no, sorry, the Mini Charms palette. I think the reason they kept the Mini Charms separate was because of like the multi-chromes or duochromes. It's just a little bit more expensive. Oh, we'll keep that slip because apparently all the colours are on it. It's a little bit more expensive to do, so I think they separated this out so that they could keep the expense out of their main £20 palette that they normally release. I pick up the £20 palettes as soon as they release, okay? As soon as they release, and I held off and then it sold out and I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be the first £20 that I've missed. And they came back into stock, both of them, in like a bundle, and I was like, bye, 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 bye. So I did. This one I do appreciate how they've done this. So I think this was like £15. It was basically not far off the price of the actual big palette, but the pans are much smaller. You can see that these shades are intensely glittery, really, really pretty. Got some duochromes in there for sure. I can see this one going purple to blue, this one pink to orange. I can see this one like kind of white base with lots of yellow, blue, silvers. This is really, really pretty. And I need to do something with all my BeautyBay palettes because, like I said, I have all of the 20 pans and I don't think I've actually shown all of them on camera because I haven't had the time, okay? I haven't had the time. This one, I'll be honest, this one here, Celestial Charms, isn't my most favourite colour story. It's a very deep colour story that doesn't have a lot of pastels or anything like that. And I do look at this palette and think, oh, what do I do with this? However, I think if I just pulled one of my Blends Money palettes or just a pastel palette, anything to help me out, like a lighter pastel, or even like the BeautyBay pastel palette itself actually, something with like lighter pinkier tones, reds or lighter browns, I think would help me out. The only light shade in here is this one, and it's just like a dusty sand colour. I don't really see that helping me. However, not all palettes are created for me. Not all palettes are created for you. Not all palettes can be created for one specific type of person. Sometimes we have palettes that pull darker, probably be better on deeper skin tones. We have palettes that have pulled lighter in the past, probably better for lighter skin tones. We can't all be happy. Even though I purchase every single £20 that comes out as a bit of a completionist, a collector, if you will, I am very aware that not all of them can be personally to my taste, which is absolutely fine. I will happily pull other palettes to make this work better for me. I mean, even this teal here, like here, and then like pulling 2 other shades, 2 other mattes from a different palette, this would be like a complete look and it'd be stunning, you know? It's fine, it's fine. So those are the few bits that I pulled separately just after Christmas, but again, it wasn't worth doing a haul, didn't really have time for it, otherwise I'd have done a complete look. If you still want to see it, let me know. I picked up some more Zit Sticker Killer Patches. I won't even bother getting these out. These, I have some of these upstairs in my bathroom. I always, without failure, pick these up during a haul, during a sale, during whatever. I love the Zit Sticker Killer Patches. They are so good. They have micro dart needles with, I think, niacinamide? What is it? What is actually in this spike? I forgot. It says the transparent patch is layered with 24 self-dissolving micro darts that flood your early zit stage within 2 hours of application, flattening its angry appearance at the source. I leave these on overnight, to be honest with you, and they are brilliant. If you've got a really, really angry spot, these are brilliant. These are honestly brilliant. And I also have the Goo Getters, which are also really, really great because they kind of like suck the bacteria out. Also, if you're a skin picker, like me, if I have a spot that just looks like I just want to pick it all the time, patches, like zip patches, are great. I wouldn't recommend putting this type of patch on just to stop you fiddling. There's far cheaper patches out there to do that. This one, honestly, if you've got an aggressive spot, they're totally worth it. I love them. They work for my skin anyway, but I don't always like paying full price for them. I definitely wait until there's a little sale or a little bit of a discount to pick up a little bit of more back stock. It appears that I've picked up 2 lip liners in the same shade. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Well, apparently I was an idiot and picked up the same bloody lip liner in 2 shades. So, I'm going to gift this to a friend. I mean, I've bloody paid for it, so I'll think of a friend to gift this to, because this is literally brand new in the box. Okay. The lip liner I did pick up, however, though, was the shade Caramel. This looks bloody stunning. It's like this lovely, warm, honey nude with like a hint of orange, a hint of brown. It's just, I mean, it's not too far off this lip, very concerning, but this is stunning. This is a stunning, creamy, I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner formula, really creamy. It's a sharpenable wooden pencil as well, so you can always get a precise tip. I actually prefer those way over mechanical ones now, so I'm going to find a friend. Instead of phone a friend, I'll find a friend who I think this will suit, or will want this for their birthday, because I have bought 2. I also picked up this little Half Magic eyeshadow. I don't own anything from Half Magic. Oh, I do, that's a complete lie. I own a little blush, and I like it. It's nice. Is it anything to write home about? No, but I wouldn't declutter it. It's pretty, it is pretty. It's a little bit forgettable though, but I got one eyeshadow, if I can get out the box. Also, by the way, the unicarton packaging, absolutely stunning. Like, look how beautiful that is. Really, really pretty. I got mine in the shade Swamp Goddess, and this is a duochrome. Are you ready? Ooh, green. You know I'm a sucker for green. Yes, baby. Give me that. Give me that green glitter. Oh my God. This with just bronzer through the crease and like a darker eyeliner or just like a darker shadow on the outer corner. Like, look. La, 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 la. I love that. I love that wet green look. I knew I'd like this. I didn't pick up more than one just because I didn't know what the quality was like and how it performed my eyes. So I'm very keen to try this out. It feels so creamy and really thin feeling. It just, yeah, thin and creamy. Beautiful. Can't wait to try this out properly on my eyes in an eye look. And then if I really like it, I'll pick up more. But until then, we can just keep to my one little Swamp Goddess. I also picked up from Urban Decay their new Face Bond foundation. I got mine in the shade 10 Light Neutral, so I hope this is a good shade for me. Again, I haven't opened anything up. I literally opened the boxes to check everything was inside there, but I like to savour this moment with you. So, ooh, it might be a little bit too dark. We might be a little bit church and state. Very difficult to tell with my face. My face is darker than my neck and my arms. I do tend to be like a light neutral shade. Oh, we might be okay actually. I mean, worst case scenario, we just get like a lighter concealer to brighten me up in the centre of my face, but I think that might be okay. It's a hair dark. It is an absolute hair dark. If I went any lighter, I think it'd be too light. And once you blend it all in, that's fine, that's fine. So this is up to 24-hour self-setting foundation. It's water, sweat and humidity proof, smudge and transfer resistant, no powder needed. 3% niacinamide, and you can't feel the coverage. Lightweight, medium, buildable coverage, waterproof, all these things. Lovely, lovely. Love the packaging. You know when I was saying, sorry, I'm like holding this, I've got foundation on my finger. You know when I was saying about Urban Decay coming back into its own, being edgy, a bit unique, a bit innovative, this is what I'm talking about. I know that Lancome have come out with similar packaging, and I know that they've come out with the same packaging in their highlighter. I didn't pick that up, haven't seen great reviews. I was a bit like, I don't need another liquid highlighter. And to be honest with you, well, yeah, that was it. I didn't need another liquid highlighter, and I preferred to pick up other things. So I've picked this up, really excited to try it out. Again, one of those things that would be brilliant for travel if I like this foundation. So I might apply this over the next couple of days because I am going away with my cousin on a little trip and this would be a great travel addition because it's so small. So yeah, 10 light neutral in the face bond category. Very excited. Oh my goodness, I also picked up this, which I'm absolutely kino bino to open. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Melting, Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. In the shade Chocolate Mousse. I don't know if there's any other shades, but oh my god, that's so cold. I have been so keen to try this out. So many people have been talking so many good things about this. And I haven't picked anything up from Too Faced in a while. I think the last thing I picked up was the Moon Dust highlighter or something like that. The Moon Love highlighter. I don't know. Here we go. Oh my god. It does smell like chocolate. And yeah, like Anikvis said, it smelled of chocolate oranges. I'm not getting the oranges. Oh no, now I am. Oh my god, it does smell like oranges. Oh my god. It smells literally a little bit like a Terry's chocolate orange. So I love a cream bronzer and I'm really hoping I like this. This was really, like, it's gliding on really well. It's certainly very emollient. I'm hoping it blends out to be a good shade and not too cool tone. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit like Hoola because I really like Hoola. It's nice and warm without being too like reddy or too orangey. It's like a yellow tone. That looks like it's going to be okay. And it blends out really, really nicely. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Oh. And it smells so bloody lovely. I might just eat my face. It'd be nice to see those in like a highlighter and a blush format. I absolutely love the blush sticks from Colourpop. So if that formula is lovely, it'd be really nice to see Too Faced bring out blushes in that format. Because I know they do a lot of powders and they've been very successful, but a blush stick would be lovely. Speaking of blushes, I picked up something from Glow Hub. I've never tried this brand before. We've got the shade Brunch. And this is called the Lip and Cheek Balm. I'm not really a massive fan of dual purpose products. And if they are dual purpose, I usually lean one way or the other about where I want to put them. Like usually lip products are like, you can put this on your cheeks if you want. I'm like, no, that's gonna stay on my lips, thank you very much. Or with cheeks, I'm like, no, thank you, I'll leave that on my cheeks. But look how cool this packaging is. It's like an alien. I feel like I've got a piece of space in my hand and you slide it and it just looks like this. What a lovely, lovely little shade. And this was the shade Brunch. You get a mirror on the other side. You can peel it back and get a mirror. It feels a little bit plasticky. It is hollow, but it doesn't feel cheap. It does feel nice. It doesn't feel like luxury, if you know what I mean. It doesn't feel like a piece of luxury makeup, but it doesn't feel like Makeup Revolution or like e.l.f. It does feel slightly more luxe than that. Maybe like a Maybelline product, you know, like mid-range. Let's swirl this about. Well, this is way more balmy, like to the point where I'm not even sure you're gonna see it. Pigment? Hello? Oh, we don't know her. We don't know Pigment. No Pigment comes here. Huh? Oh my god, it's so faint. I don't know if you can even see. I'm gonna just do 2 fingers. I don't know if you can even see the pigment on my fingers there. I'll do it on my wrist because it's the palest part of me, but that is so sheer. God damn. If you're any darker than me, you're gonna have troubles with that showing up on your skin. They did have deeper blushes. They had like a cherry pie looking one, which I did eye up and I was gonna pick up, but I thought I'll try this out first. I'm glad I didn't pick up 2 because the pigment in this is not, it's not rich. It is very sheer, very no makeup in terms of it's gonna add a tiny bit of pigment to your cheeks. I mean, cool. If you don't want a load of makeup, maybe this is exactly what you want. And just a little bit of like a pinch of color to your cheeks, but that's not gonna offer much more. Yikes. We're over halfway, congratulations. So do you remember when I was telling you about the ISO Clean? Where is it? Let me grab it. This one right here, the Rebecca Ellen? Rebecca Ellen? I think it's Rebecca Ellen. Oh god, I'm so sorry if I've been saying Ellen, that's Ella. I'm not sure, it looks like Ellen on the packaging. We bought that one and then I realised it was so luxe and so beautiful that I picked this setup. And do you know what? I might even pick this up for one of my friends as like a Christmas or birthday treat because it doesn't go out of, like, it's alcohol, it doesn't go out of date, so it will keep. Because this is bloody amazing. I've smelled all of these. I couldn't help myself. I did open it up and I was like, just a little sniff. We've got Myrrh, Pomegranate and Oud. And these are just brush cleaning sprays. They're so handy. They are so handy. If they're still in stock, I would actually suggest going to pick them up because there's 3 bottles of 110 ml there. These are going to last you a long time, and they're quite small, so you can pack 2 away and have 1 out and put 1 in your bag, travel with it. It's not like ridiculously big. But if you like to do your makeup and do like eyeshadow and things like that, highly suggest these sprays, because obviously you can just change the colour of the eyeshadow without having to like get a new brush out. Brilliant. If they come out with one this Christmas, I may be tempted to pick that one up as well. We'll see how far I get with using these up first though. I'm very excited about this one. Something else from IsoClean that I picked up. This was completely ad hoc, did not expect to pick this up, but I am so glad that I did. So this is the Iso Skin Soothe, Restore, Protect Isochlorous Cleansing Solution. I have never tried this out before, so I can't speak to it yet. Oh, that was not what I was expecting from this bottle. I was expecting a clear bottle like the other one. But this essentially, from what I understand, is a spray. It's got water, obviously it's a spray. It's got water, hydrochlorous acid, sea salt, sodium chloride, sodium hypochlorite, sodium phosphate, and disodium phosphate. I don't know what that means. It says spray directly onto the skin, avoid contact with eyes. It's pH balance, Himalayan salt, and aqueous solution. Essentially, this is almost like antibacterial spray, but not intense like you would put on your hands, but for your face. I am going to be applying this before and after my makeup all the time. I always wash my hands before I moisturise my face, but sometimes like in between applying my moisturiser and other products, I don't necessarily wash my hands in between each step of my makeup, especially when I'm doing it to myself. It's my own like bacteria biome happening here. But this would be great to prevent breakouts, like really, really great, because essentially you're sanitizing your face and removing bacteria, especially if you've got, like I was thinking, a foundation stick that you apply directly on the skin, or any product that you're applying directly on the skin. To apply this before and after, or just before, depending on how old the product is, would eliminate bacteria growth. I thought it was bloody brilliant. I will update you if you would like to see how I get on with this, but I'm going to keep this on my desk along with my brush cleaner and just use these to filth because I'm very, very intrigued. Picked up the other £20 palette, didn't I, that they released. So obviously BeautyBay released their spring £20 palette. This was the Daydreamer palette. Beautiful, like opalescent purple lavender packaging. Stunning. And this palette inside is like all clouds. I've not opened this yet, so I should probably not be so risky and holding up like this in case they're broken. We'll find out together, won't we? But beautiful clouds, really like it, like a smooth matte texture with like foiled writing. I like it, I like it. We're all good. Again, going back to what I was saying about the Celestial Charms palette, that one was deeper, this one was lighter. I do find BeautyBay are very good at taking it in turn to their palettes, making sure that they're really inclusive in what's in their collection. So you'll have a deep, a light, a colourful, a neutral, you know, really out there, really wearable, that sort of thing. This is lovely. This is really, really lovely. I actually think this palette is missing the depth, but I think both this, let me get the Celestial Charms palette. I think both of these palettes, let's not drop them, Megan, will go very, very well together because you've got the lightness, can I hold this? You've got the lightness of one and the depth of the other. And I think if you've got them both out at the same time, you're going to be able to create more looks, especially for my skin tone anyway. Like I really do like the contrast. And I feel like I'm going to be able to create it by pulling in other palettes. But this has got some really beautiful shimmers, some lovely mid-toned colours here, very pastel-y, very springy, very daydreamy, very, well yeah, dreamy and very soft and cloud feeling. Oh, I got this for my hair. I don't know if I have any heat protectant spray, but I couldn't actually find it. So I picked up this one. This one was a little bit expensive, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was like £18 and that was on offer. I wasn't going to keep it. And then I was like, oh, I'll just find the one I have. Couldn't find it anywhere. So you can guarantee now that I've purchased this, that I'll find it. Because that's always the way. This is the Bondi Boost Heat Protect Spray, and it is what it says on the tin. It's a heat protectant spray for when I straighten my hair. I quite like the size of the bottle. It's a, how many mil? 125 mil. Kind of a perfect size for me. I don't straighten my hair, I don't use heat on my hair all the time. I have started to hair dry my hair now. I feel like my hair structure / quality of my hair is changing as I get older, which is really weird to notice, but I thought a heat protectant spray is probably a good thing to invest in, especially when I'm using hair straighteners. I think more so than just using a hairdryer, because I still don't aggressively dry my hair even with a hairdryer. So pick this up. Should we see what it smells like? Didn't even smell it. Oh, that's not offensive. That's quite pleasant. We'll see. Bondi Sands have been releasing loads of skin and hair products, so it'd be nice to just see what else they offer other than tan, because I do love their self tanner. Oh my god, are we near the end, please? I got this little kit, totally unnecessary, but it was very, very good value for money. This was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow and Lash Styling Kit. You get a full-size brow wiz, a mini clear brow gel, and a mini lash sculpt lengthening and voluming mascara. Crikey, is that supposed to be small? That's a chunky ass mascara. It's really lovely. It's like cold metal. I don't want to open it because I don't want to break the seal on that. But I've never tried the Brow Wiz, so I really wanted to try the Brow Wiz, and it came with a little clear brow gel, which I have tried before and I really, really like, so I knew that I would like these. And to be honest with you, the mascara is just a bit of a bonus. I thought it was a really good deal. I think it was only like 15 quid or something like that. And the Brow Wiz typically is in the 20s, like the brow pencil itself is like 20 odd quid. So for £15 to receive like all three of them together in the same box, I thought was a bloody steal. I also got mine in the shade Soft Brown, if you care to know. I'm not going to bother swatching those because it's just a brow pencil, and I'm sure you've seen the Brow Wiz in action before. Also, whilst I was over in the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I picked up the Beauty Balm. I ummed and ahed about this because it is quite pricey and I didn't quite know what shade it was going to be. I did a bit of research. I got the shade 3, really cute, looks a little bit like a deodorant stick, but hey ho. Like I said, got mine in the shade 3. That looks like it might work for me, in all fairness. I think that's going to be absolutely fine. Look at that, it's just sinking right into my skin. My god, it's oily. That is going to be nourishing for my skin. If you're an oily person, wouldn't recommend straight away. I haven't even tried this on my face and I already wouldn't recommend if you're oily. Let's see if this is any good with a dry skin, which I have absolutely got. I have to moisturise the crap out of my skin before I put any makeup on. I'm always using moisturising properties on my face as much as I possibly can. That's really glowy. And like I said, I got mine in the shade 3, which looks like this. So if you're similar to me in any of the foundations that I wear, I always put in the description bar down below what makeup I've got on my face and the shade. So if you're ever like, oh, I wonder what shade Megan is, then if you go to any of my videos and you can kind of like start to see the shades I wear, if you feel like you wear the similar shades and then you see me purchase a foundation and you say, like, see me say, oh, that looks like a good shade for me, or you see me apply it, then you can start to build up a bit of a profile of the shades that I am, and if you're any closer. Very interested in seeing how this wears though. Serum Boosted Skin Tint. A tinted solid serum that blends skincare and makeup with 8 potent ingredients for a radiant, smooth complexion. Its silky texture ensures a seamless application for a naturally even and glowy finish. So all about this. I think this with a little bit of concealer just in the bits that I want to cover would look really, really nice. I picked up the Nude Sticks Nude Screen Blush Tint SPF 30. I thought this was quite an interesting one. Again, Nude Sticks are coming out with a lot of cheek products lately, all in different kind of formats. You saw that the cream to powder blush that I had, the Picante Nude. This one is a nude screen, so it's like a sunscreen, but a blush. And that interests me intensely. This is in the shade Sunkissed. It says a multitasking, hydrating, SPF 30 mineral sunscreen and blush tint for cheeks, lips and eyes with a natural colour that provides a broad spectrum of UVA and UVB protection. Again, these one and done products, you know, eyes, cheeks, lips. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I really like the shade. If this is what the shade is, I'm all for it. Oh. And it's got like a nice pinched applicator. Let's just do a little blob on the back of my hand and let's just blend this out. This is far more brown than I thought it was going to be. Oh my god, that is a stunning shade. Stop it right now. Stop it. It's not far off the packaging at all. In fact, I'd say pretty good job. I was going to pick up the pink version of this as well, but I was like, oh, I'll just pick up one to see what the formula feels like. That feels amazing. That feels so balmy. I don't think I'd probably put this on my lips. Maybe I'd just like pat it on my lips and like drag blush through the eyes with just mascara. So maybe it could be a one and done, especially if you're on holiday or like going to a water park or something, or you just don't really want makeup on but you want to look flushed. This would be great, just like dragging the blush up and around into the cheek and like outer brow. I love doing that and just like nothing else. And then just mascara and then maybe just like patting this on the lip, just add a bit of a tint. Interesting. This could be like a summer essential. Maybe I should pick up the pink. A fourth BeautyBay haul, you say? I got this one from Nabla. This one was on a heavy discount. And to be honest with you, I am a sucker for a brow gel, which is exactly what this is. This is the Nabla Lift and Fix Brow Gel. This is almost like the Brow Freeze, Anastasia Beverly Brow Hills Brow Freeze, which is what I've got in my brows today, which is why I'm pointing to them. I absolutely love like a brow freeze product where you like push and like laminate it, and then I get my finger and just like push and roll off any excess product, and I just feel like it keeps my brows clean, in place all day, doesn't look too cakey. It means I can fill them in less because they're holding, which means the shape is holding nicely. So I am all for like a lift and stick brow gel. Is that what this is actually called? Lift and Fix Brow Gel, clear brow gel. I like the packaging. It feels, I'll be honest, a tiny bit cheap. But you know, it just feels like a drugstore sort of packaging. It doesn't feel terrible. This is not what I was expecting. Did I buy the right thing? This is not what I was expecting. Okay, it looks literally like a mascara wand. I don't know if you can see that at all. I'm really hoping that you can. Anyway, love a clear brow gel. Always in the market for one. This old baby, this has been so hyped that I couldn't not pick it up. This is in the shade 21 Ivory. And this is the Tear Cushion Foundation. It's behemoth. It's absolutely monstrous. Look at the size of this thing in comparison to my face. It's huge. This is in, like I said, 21 Ivory. It's brightening and anti-wrinkle, and a tearing cushion foundation keeps makeup fresh with lightweight powder and skincare substance. It prevents smudging of makeup in the mask, 24 hours makeup persistence in the mask, and 72 hours makeup persistence. I don't know what this means. I think that's like a weird Korean translation. But it's made in Korea. Korea are well known for their amazing skincare and subsequently foundation, you know, skincare. It comes with a lovely little velvety poof. And inside we have the doorway. I'm guessing in Korean that means pull this tab up and round. So that is exactly, oh my God, what I'm going to do. Oh my goodness. Hopefully this is my shade. If not, I've spent money on something that's not gonna be me. I'm gonna just wipe the product off this little bit of the lid. I don't think we're far off, you know. Let's use a little bit of the puff. That's a really lovely shade for me. Okay, 21 Ivory was a good shade, a very good shade. Okay, I'm very happy with that. This looks very smoothing, very mattifying. I only tried an absolute dab. You could see I just literally dabbed it just to see the colour shade match. But I'm very excited to try this out. I'm going to definitely include that in some form of video. I think we deserve that. Okay, last but certainly not least, we just have a load of Made by Mitchell products. So I'm holding this. Oh God, oh God. I picked up a load from Made by Mitchell because he was heavily discounted. And I just thought, if not now, when? I wanted to try out his Complexion situation. He's got a Truth tint, which is like a serum. And now he's got a foundation and a concealer and another concealer, like the Bolt Balm. So I picked up one of each. I'm really hoping that something here matches me, because I'll be honest, the shade matching with Made by Mitchell makeup is a maze. It is a maze. I had to go on TikTok to try and find something. I had to go on his website. There was no swatches that I felt were good, and there was no like wheel, like a colour chart wheel. He has so many shades, and it is, you know, I commend it because there are so many shades for such a small brand. But it's all well and good to have that shade selection, but if it's a complete minefield to try and find your shade, then you're kind of missing the point, because all of that variety is useless to me if I have nowhere, like I don't know where to start. I literally didn't know where to start. I was in 3 different categories at one point, and I was just like, where do I belong? Where do I belong? What does your coding mean? LBR7, H5, TB7, and what is this? BB1. I don't know. so let's start off with the Truth tint, which I think will be more forgiving. Oh, okay, this might be okay, maybe a hair too warm, but this is H5. Yeah, H5. I don't know what H stands for. I'm gonna give it a little shake. Again, like I said, this will be a bit more forgiving than the others because it's, oh God, that's a bit dark. It's be forgiving because it's a tinted skin sort of foundation, but oh my God, that's too dark. Okay, let's hope it's really forgiving then, because that's my summer, that's orange. Okay, that's, okay. This is what I'm talking about, come on. This looked really light. This looked really light. I even thought this was gonna be too light, but that's genuinely orange. Okay, well there's the Truth tint. This is the Bolt Balm Concealer. I don't typically like balm concealers, but I thought I'd give this one a try. I think what confuses me as well is it doesn't go like light to dark or dark to light. It doesn't go in any order. Even, you know, dark to light, light to dark. It's a saturation bar, and I'd get it if there was different hues within that, but they're just not organised at all. I just didn't really understand. So this is the Bolt Balm, quite nice packaging in BB1. This was like the first shade. Again, doesn't necessarily indicate, got a little foam thing here, doesn't necessarily indicate that it's the lightest. It might not be. Let's give this a little swatch. Oh, it's very balmy. See, that's ridiculously light. Well, it's not ridiculously light, that is actually like a good shade match for me, but I don't understand the shading situation. Mitchell, you've really got to change it, bro. Like, you've got amazing shades. I'm not like bashing the shade situation, but in order to identify yourself, like, how am I matching myself for concealer and struggling so much with a skin tint? That is bloody orange on me. But that's BB1 from the Bolt Balm. So that looks like a good shade match for me. I'm feeling hopeful with that one. And then we have the Build foundation, which, I mean, it doesn't say anything on the packaging, which is super annoying. Yeah, it just says liquid foundation. This is gonna be too dark. This is gonna be way too dark. And it looks green. This is, oh, it's one of those. It's a doe foot. Oh. Well, if it doesn't oxidize, it actually might be okay. It is too dark for me. It is too dark. So that's TB7. It's more of an olivey undertone. And then I have LBR7. So I got TB7 and LBR7. So these are technically the exact same shade. I don't think they are though. But they're labeled. These are literally labelled the exact same shade. Okay. Okay. That's very pale. That's very pale indeed. How can one, this is a carrot. This is carrot orange. This is carrot orange. Okay, ignoring that one. But how can one person order 4 shades that look so different? Do you see what I mean? Do you see the minefield that I personally had to crawl through, that we're all having to go through now to try and find our shade? I mean, apart from the Bolt Balm, not the Bolt Balm, the Truth tint, I mean, no, I'm not even going to give myself that. They're all so different. They are all so different. That concealer is thick. So is that foundation. That is thick. That Bolt Balm is really nice and serum. I think I'll really get along with this one. And that Truth tint, bro, who is this shade? Are they fake tanned? Is it just putting more orange on me? I'm a little roasted carrot in that one. See, having the swatches on the back of my hand has kind of made me upset, because I'm like, this is why I didn't pick it up. And now I feel like I've wasted my money. I picked up a little blush palette, which I thought was really cute. I had this one on my favourites list for a while. It's the Grow Your Peach Blush Quad, and it's a little book. Let me just take this out. It's a little book that looks like this. I really, really like these blush shades. I think it's really lovely, like this lovely like yellowy shade, and then the orange and the pinky shades. They're all like in that peachy tone. You know I love a peach blush. You know I love an orangey peachy blush. They're my favourite tones. I do like pink, but I do lean towards these shades more. So I've never tried his blush like powder formula out before. I've only tried his liquid and balm, which I do really like. So I think this is gonna be absolutely fine. Also, the packaging, adorable. Bloody adorable. I also picked up the Slip Dew, only in one shade though. Again, this was on my favourites list. I did have 3 of them on my favourites list, but I decided to just pick up one because I was picking up so much from Mitchell. This is in the shade Crystal Drip, and it's a bright white shade. Let's see. Oh, it's very balmy. Very, very balmy. Ooh, pretty. It's like a very wet, sheer, sparkly highlighter. Very, very just wet and sheer sparkles. I think that is how I'd summarise this. It feels buildable and really, really nice. This with like one of those nude sticks blushes, you know, that like SPF blush balm situation. This would look really pretty paired with that because it's just like a wet feeling. I think I chose well there. Also, the Mitchell packaging feels a little bit cheap. It does feel a little bit cheap. I don't know why I'm so drawn to this brand, because I feel continually, is let down the right word? Like I feel 50-50 about it. I really, really do. Sometimes there's gems and other times I'm like, what is this hot fire trash? What is this? I just feel like sometimes the brand just like hurries things out of the door and I'm like, okay. Like, the Complexion lineup. Okay, why not make it easier for me to find it? Can you tell that I'm butthurt about that? I picked up the Curve case, which it comes in this massive box. I've always seen the Curve cases on, you know, everywhere. I picked up the one with just 3 shades in because I didn't want this massive situation. Oh, cute, it comes with a little brush. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like a lot of packaging for something so small. Let me turn it around so you can see. It feels like a lot of packaging for something this big. And they're creams. It's not like you've got to protect it that much. It just feels a little bit unnecessary, a little bit wasteful. But this is in the shade Light. And this is essentially a blush, a bronze and a glow all together. And I thought, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity for me to try his cases, his Curve cases, without committing to something absolutely massive. And this is, again, really great little travel size. I don't know about the colours. I do think that they are supposed to swatch lighter than they show in the pan. I got one in the shade Light, but as you saw with my foundation matching, we don't know. We don't know. It does come with a brush, which, I mean, I'm not mad at that. It's quite a nice brush. It's an MF4. Let's just give these a little swatcheroo. So you're supposed to have a bronzer, a blusher, and then like a blush lighter situation. They are really balmy, so they do blend out really nice. I'm not mad at that. I do want to try this on my face. I don't want to commit to a Curve case. I think they are quite big and it's a lot of product. For someone like me who has so much makeup already, I don't want to be committing, and it's not so much about the money, it's actually about like if I even like it, if I even pick it up, it's then a lot to commit to. So I'm happy that I've picked up. This smells quite nice actually. Sorry, I got really distracted. I'm glad that I picked up this one because I can actually properly try it in a setting where it makes sense and not feeling overwhelmed by the colours. I just have a bronzer, a blush and a highlighter. So we'll see. It's a chance of peach, cream carve and coral. So we'll see, we'll see. These might be existing shades already. I have no idea. I did get a free blush balm in the Sweet Cheeks. I think it's because I spent over a certain amount of money. I got a free blush balm, didn't get to pick the colour, but it's in a bright, like this colour, pink. I won't open it, so I don't know if I want that at the moment. And then finally, I picked up 3 of his nude lipsticks. I nearly had, for a moment there, I had all of them in my basket, and obviously the total of that checkout basket was significant, and I was like, okay, let's not get hasty, let's go back. And I ended up with 3, and to be honest with you, I'm like, yeah, do you know what, whatever. Better than checking out with all of them. If they're just like a normal lipstick, but you know, nice quality, but nothing special, then I'm glad I've just picked up the 3, and it can just stay at the 3. I did obviously pick up some nice nudie shades. I picked up like a neutral brown, a cool tone brown, and like a warm peachy shade. So I'm hoping between them I can get a good feel for these lipsticks. But the problem is I feel like everywhere I look for Made by Mitchell, it's either all paid for, like promoted content where people have been sent it in PR, or people are only reviewing like one product at a time. And I'm pretty sure it's because people are probably thinking the same as me, is you don't want to commit your money to all of it because it can be a little bit hit and miss. The packaging feels a bit plasticky. It feels a bit plasticky. I love the iconic yellow and the font. It feels nice. I just wish it wasn't so cheap feeling, if I'm perfectly honest. You've got the shade names on the bottom, which I like. This is the shade Me and You. Oh, they do feel quite creamy actually. I'm kind of hoping I don't like these too much, so I don't want to pick the rest of them up. This is the shade Me and You. Beautiful shade. Bloody beautiful. I think this is going to be my favourite. This is the shade Next Valentine's, which is that peachy pink that I was talking about. Ooh, like with the dark lip liner, that'd be really nice. And then we have the shade She Knows She's a 10, which is that deeper brown, which I thought was going to be more cool toned, but actually that's a really lovely shade. So I've just read those out to you, but that's what those 3 shades look like. Again, I tried to get a bit of variety there. I know that these 2 look a little bit the same, that basically this is darker than that one, that's about it. But I wanted a little bit of variety. I'm happy with the shades that I picked up. I'll try them on my lips and trial them out and get back to you. They do feel really creamy, they do feel really nice. This is what I mean about Made by Mitchell. Some things are trash, hot fire trash, and some things make me turn my head and I'm like, oh. You guys, that was it. That was it. I'm all done. I am spent. You're probably spent too. My wallet's definitely spent. I'm tired. That was everything that I picked up from BeautyBay, the BeautyBay sale, the ongoing sale that seems to be forever at BeautyBay, but specifically the spring savings sale. Sephora who? Your 20% meager little sale. BeautyBay over here, 50%, up to 70% sometimes. I feel like it's only ever worth buying some things at full price if they're limited edition or if you absolutely must have your hands on it. There are some things I do pay full price for on BeautyBay because either I really, really want it or it's not like a massive high price anyway. And a lot of the time they'll have 10% off at least some of your products, so always wait for a little sale. BeautyBay have so many sales on all year round. So add it to your wish list, you know, create an account, add it to your wish list, get a notification if you really want to, or just keep checking. I don't know if I've already asked you if you picked anything up from BeautyBay sale, but let me know if you do. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed today's video. Thumbs the video up if you have. Talk to me down below, because it's my favourite part of uploading. Uploading content to talk to you guys about the things we love, which is makeup. It's my favourite thing to do. So talk to me down below. I love it. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next one.